Hi guys, this is Zsolt. In today's video I'm going to talk about the microfiber towels and such that I use. It was a question a few times already, so I decided to record a video by now. Sorry in advance for the background noises. It's Sunday, everyone is at home from the family, so obviously they are doing whatever they do on Sundays. Other than that, I will go close up to each kind of like pile or category, and I will talk a bit more about what I'm using them for and so on. Obviously I have a few more here and there in the garage and whatever, but some are drying, some are dirty, whatever, but in general these are the types I use. Let's roll.
And you make me sing, yeah. Ooh, you make me sing, yeah. Oh, you make me sing, yeah. Ooh, you make me sing, yeah. Come on.
Okay, let's start with the weaker end of the pile. So these ones are usually some very small microfiber towels that are coming with different coatings or waxes. Usually you best to forget about these ones for the purpose that they were intended to. I'm just using these for like some other areas where I would feel sorry for the normal microfibers that I buy for money. Yeah, as I said, these ones are smaller, like maybe 2-3 palm size towels. It's the don't use category. Okay, the next category is this nice plushy one. These ones I'm using on the inside, especially like for buffing dashboard protectants or plastic protectants. Most probably you can use it for buffing waxes and such, but I would rather recommend these ones to use on the inside only. As I said, these ones are bigger, like 6 palm sizes, and it has an edge. So because of the edge, I wouldn't really recommend on the outside, but on the inside it's fine. Then there are these special ones. It's a nice plushy edgeless towel. It has like a diamond sewing in it, and normally I use these ones on the inside for buffing, but as it is edgeless you can use it to buff waxes or quick detailers and such, but because of the size of it, for me it's a little bit uncomfortable to use on the outside. Yeah, so as I said, it's like multiple palm sizes, like at least like 15 palms, and when you fold it, it comes to a shape, in interesting shape and size. Okay, this is the next category. It's again like a nice soft plushy towel. It's edgeless. Usually these ones you can use buffing all kind of things. Especially I'm using these ones to buff like quick detailers, but for example, for polishing compounds and waxes, it can be tricky. Some of those ones it can buff nicely, but some it just smudges all around. Okay, size-wise, these ones are usually like 40 by 40 centimeters or 30 by 30 centimeters, like around like 6 palm sizes or so. Okay, these ones in the next category are usually the all-round towels. Many of these ones are even called all-round. Usually edgeless, with a short pile on one side and either the same short pile on the other side or an even shorter pile on the opposite side. These ones you can use for cleaning, you can use for buffing, and these ones are especially good for waxes, quick detailers and polishing compounds because they are short pile, so they are not sticking into the waxes and such. But also in return, because they are short pile, they don't really absorb the water as much as the longer pile towels. So as I said, this one is a 40 by 40 usually, like 6 palm sizes or so. And obviously you can get it in all sorts of colors. Okay, this one is like some sort of non-successful Jolly Joker towel. It was meant to be a drying towel, but because it's a large size, but it doesn't absorb the water properly, so it's not good as a drying towel. It would be okay as a glass cleaner towel because it's waffle weave. However, for that it's too big. So usually what I do with this one, I'm using it on the door jambs because it's good for that purpose, but that's that more or less. Yeah, as I said, it was meant to be a large drying towel, but it doesn't fulfill that purpose. Okay, the next one is some sort of typical like AliExpress towel. It is a very short pile. It meant to be a plushy one. It's okay to buff like plastic protectants and such, but I would not recommend to use it on the outside of the car because it has an edge. This one is the usual 40 by 40 size, around like 6 palm sizes, and it doesn't really absorb the water much. Obviously you can get it in smaller sizes, bigger sizes, but as I said, I would recommend only for buffing, but rather avoid. Yeah, the next category again was intended to be a drying towel, but it's not big enough to be a drying towel and not as absorbent as it's supposed to be. Usually I use these ones also around the door jambs and around the number plates and such after I dried the car with a drying towel and there is still water coming out here and there, like dripping from all the cracks and crevices. Yeah, so as I mentioned, it's a relatively large towel. It's like many palm sizes, but the capability to absorb the water is not really good. Also, usually these ones are coming with edge. The next one is the small size twisted loop drying towel. These ones absorb the water very well. However, due to the small size, usually they are like 40 by 40, you cannot really dry a whole car with. On the bottom there is another one which has an edge. These ones are usually edgeless, but the one on the bottom is like 40 by 60 or something similar, and it has an edge, but that one is not as harsh like the other edges. It's rather soft, I would say, and with that one, the 40 by 60, you can dry a car already. Yeah, so as I said, it's 40 by 40, like these 6 palm sizes. These ones are very good to dry like motorcycles and such, but it's not enough for a whole car. It takes the water very nicely, but too small for a car. The next category is the standard car drying towel. Usually these ones are coming with like a soft edge, and in general the size is rather big, and usually these ones are like short pile towels. Some of these towels have some sewing all along. It has no advantage or disadvantage as far as I can tell. In general, you can dry a car with these. However, these ones are also not as effective like a twisted loop towel. Yeah, as I mentioned, these ones are usually huge towels. Okay, I think I've shown like around half the towels already, so getting there. So the next category is the hybrid. This one is hybrid because it's like 50-50 of the twisted loop and the regular drying towel. It's also a large size and it comes usually edgeless, but from these ones you can also get some with the edges. And obviously it's more effective than the standard drying towel, but not as effective as the twisted loop. But usually these ones are enough already to dry a whole car with. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, so this one is one of those rather large towels. Yeah, the next category, which is one of my favorite out of the microfiber towels, is the twisted loop drying towel. Obviously you can get it in all kind of colors and such. Yeah, as I said, it's twisted loop, completely twisted loop, so the water absorbing capability is very high. Usually you can dry at least one car, but rather 1.5 or 2 cars with a towel like this, as it's also a large size. In general, these ones are edgeless, but some are coming with edges, but obviously those edges are not that bad to mark the surface if you use some common sense. As I mentioned, this one obviously belongs to the very large towels. Yeah, obviously you can put the craziness to the highest level. On the bottom there is the world's largest so far known drying towel. In case I won't forget, I will put a link in the video's description about that towel. You have never seen a larger drying towel than that. Okay, the next category is again like a 40 by 40 edgeless, very soft plush towel. These ones are ideal to buff all kind of plastic protectants and such. I also use these ones especially for quick detailers. Sometimes I also use, depending on the polishing compound and the waxes, to buff those ones as well. Yeah, so as I mentioned, this one is around like 6 palm sizes, 40 by 40, very nice soft plushy towels. Okay, the next one again is some sort of like an all-round or all-purpose towel. These ones usually you can buy in the bigger shopping chains as a general microfiber towel. I call these ones the Vileda towels. So quality-wise, they are not really the greatest, but they are okay for certain purposes. I use these towels where I would feel sorry for the more expensive, more proper microfiber towels, especially for example cleaning all kind of dirt off the surfaces. These ones are normally like 40 by 40 and usually have some edge. Yeah, so as I said, this one is again this 40 by 40, around 6 palm sizes or so. With the edge, usually it's either twice the same type of short pile on both sides, or short pile on one side and even shorter on the other. Okay, the next towel is again one of my favorite ones, the waffle weave towel. These ones are very good for glass cleaning as they are not linting at all. However, obviously they don't absorb the water greatly either, and also these ones are coming with edges almost every time. Size wise, it's like 40 by 40, 40 by 50, 50 by 60 and similar ones. Yeah, so this one is one of these 6 palm size towels, around 40 by 40. Okay, the next category is again some sort of like a soft towel. These ones are again a jolly joker because being sold as kind of like a buffing towel, but because of the edge it's a little bit tricky. Obviously if you can hold it properly then you cannot cause damage, but I would rather recommend for buffing like plastic protectants and such. But as I said, I also used it for quick detailer waxes, polishing compounds, just need to know how to hold it properly. Yeah, so as I mentioned, size-wise, these ones are also around 40 by 40 and around like 6 palm sizes or so. Okay, the next category is again a glass cleaning towel. Usually these ones are running under the name of carbon towels. You can use these ones only on glass surfaces, otherwise it would scratch other surfaces. These ones are coming with the sewn edge, and also they are not really absorbing the water very well, almost not really. These ones normally I recommend when the glass surface is extremely dirty or there is even like a water spot or some water marks on it, but obviously not a 1000-year-old water spot, just something like fresh-ish. Then with these ones you should be able to clean off. Yeah, so size-wise, as usual, this one is also a 40 by 40-ish towel, like 6 palm sizes, and it doesn't lint. The next category is again one of these glass cleaning towels. It's not really one of my favorite at all, because as you can see, after a few uses and a few washes, it is losing the shape drastically. And obviously you can clean the glass with it, so it's good for that purpose, but you definitely need to follow it up with another towel to buff, because this one doesn't really absorb the water very well. Okay, size-wise, this one is a smaller towel usually. It's like, I don't know, like maximum 4 palm sizes, around like 30 by 40 centimeters, or in some cases not even that much. Okay, these were the towels more or less. Soon we are going to move over to the applicators and the wash mitts. I just first wanted to show, or before that I wanted to show what I'm doing with the old towels that are not very good anymore. Obviously I don't throw them away because they got some let's say dirt. It's not like dirt because it's washed, it's just some discoloring from oil and red paint and whatever. So obviously I'm keeping those ones too. These ones are just fine for engine bay cleaning and some other dirty areas, or let's say to buff tire protectant from the rubber surfaces. Okay, about the applicators, I'm not going to make a big fuss about. There are these standard microfiber applicator blocks around the sponge. These ones are rather good. I use these ones for waxes and all kind of protectants. Then there are these round sponge-based applicators covered with microfiber. Again, I use these ones for waxes and all kind of protectants like leather, plastic, tire, whatever. Obviously, there are some other similar ones, microfiber applicators, and also there is this microfiber glove that's very good for delicate areas or hard to reach areas. And there are these scrub pads. These ones are kind of like rather new products. One size is like a very scrubby, so this one is for the cleaning, and the other side is a microfiber side to apply some protectants after the cleaning. Usually those ones are for like harder surfaces. Okay, about the wash mitts, I have another video recorded about these ones some time ago, so I'm going to put a link to that one in the video's description. If you are interested in details, check out that one. I'm just quickly going over in general what are these. So I've got the standard microfiber wash mitts, then there are the chenille wash mitts, also the wool wash mitt, and then there are these hybrid ones when one side is a chenille and the other one is like a more delicate microfiber. Alright, so in general that was it about the towels. I'm going to leave some more videos or links in the video's description, because usually I get the question of how I clean and dry the towels, and obviously I've got a number of videos of that topic as well. But in general, I have to say that when the towels are not very dirty, then I recommend to wash them on 40 degrees centigrade. When they are really dirty, then on 60 degrees centigrade, but not higher than 60, because they don't really like it. Other than that, about the drying, so normally I recommend to use a tumble dryer with a heat pump and with a synthetic or gentle care program on it. If you don't have synthetic or gentle care, or you don't have tumble dryer with a heat pump, then I would just say rather air dry it, so just hang the towels to dry. Why I recommend the tumble dryer is because the tumble dryer also collects the lint, so not just drying faster the towel, but also collects the lint and sort of restores the original touch or feeling of or the consistency of the towel. Yeah, also another advice from experience, if you have a really dirty microfiber towel, or you used to buff some protectants like leather, plastic, rubber protectant, or you buffed quick detailer or waxes or ceramic coatings with the towel, then soak the towel in hot water with some APC in the water overnight, and just then wash the towels. And these very dirty towels usually I just wash separately, not together with all the others, and definitely not with drying towels. Talking about the drying towels, as you usually dry only wet and clean car with, obviously they are not getting dirty, so it's more than enough to wash them after every 5 or 10 uses. Otherwise, just hang them to air dry. But then again, of course, if you somehow didn't wash the car properly and you manage to touch the towel with some dirt, then obviously you need to wash those towels right away. But other than that, as I said, after every 5-10 uses, more than enough, because those towels get only wet and not dirty. Alright, so boys and girls, more or less that concludes the video. In case there is anything that I might have missed and you would like to know about these towels, leave a comment in just under the video in the comment section, and then as soon as I can, obviously I'm going to reply as usual. Okay, it was a little bit suspicious that I had a feeling that I have considerably more towels, and obviously I do. I just somehow left a box somewhere in the corner, forgot about. More or less we covered these categories, but let's just get a bit close up too, because I've got like 3 more towels that I want to show you. Okay, there is one of these internal cleaner towels. It's rather large in size, so usually I try to avoid using it, but sometimes I just reach out to this one and I use it, but as I said, it's too big. Yeah, it has a size of like 15-16 palms, and it's a short pile on both sides, and it has an edge. As I said, it's rather for internal purposes only. There is one more of these glass cleaning towels. One side of it is like a rather harsh for cleaning, and the other one is a softer. That one is to absorb the water or to buff. Sometimes I use these ones too, especially when the glasses are considerably dirtier. Yeah, as I said, this one is a larger towel. It's around 40 centimeters by 60 centimeters or so. Yeah, this is the last one I wanted to show. This one I think I received with the Built Hamber double speed wax, and this one obviously is to buff the wax. One side of it is like a short pile and the other one is even shorter than that. Size wise, this is also a large towel. It's like 40 by 50 centimeters. Other than that, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell so you're not going to miss any of my upcoming videos. I'd like to say a big thank you for your time and catch you on the next one. Bye bye.